What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy and in today's video I am sharing my plant collection. Not only have you guys been requesting this video, I also think plants are, if not the most affordable, one of the most affordable ways to elevate your home. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you head over to Instagram. I do lots of fashion, I do home decor sneak peeks, I do more lifestyle stuff over there, but you guys get the straight away behind the scenes before the videos even go live. And I do lots of cocktails, all kinds of things over there. So make sure you go follow me on Instagram. If you like home decor videos or these kinds of videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So before we even get started, when you are building your plant collection, make sure you do your research because I do know that some plants can be harmful to children and to pets. So I don't know what those plants are, I just have heard it. Do your research before you buy plants because that would be horrible. But I just want to say, if you don't think that you can take care of a plant, let me show you this picture. Yep, that was my fiddle fig tree. Let me tell you, she wasn't cheap. But Zach and I went out of the country for a little while I had to photograph a wedding. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna fertilize her before we head out. And we came home to kale chips. It was very sad. I was so sad. It was the first thing I saw when we walked in the house and I was like, no! I was so sad. But that just goes to say, I just want to say that if I can go from that to having all my houseplants, you can too. So don't be too hard on yourself. Of course, you know, see what kind of light you have, different areas. We live in Arizona. We have sun every single day, so we do get a lot of light. However, our living room area is very dark and, you know, we still have plants. So you could totally do it. But I'm gonna go through all of my plants with you guys, tell you about them a little bit. I am not educating you at all in this video, just so you know. I'm just sharing what I think is beautiful for home decor. I am not super educated on plant care. I will just look up each plant when I need to fertilize them, like if their leaves turn a certain color, things like that. Other than that, I just pray that I can keep them alive and I try to pay attention. Are they drooping? Do they look like they need water? What's going on? Like for instance, my money tree, which is one of my favorites. I love my money tree, especially now. So at first I had him out in my living room and he was not happy. His name is Florence and we named him after Florence, Italy when we went to visit. But it's kind of funny because a lot of our plants are named after like local cities in the area and there is a Florence, Arizona. But he was not happy out in our living room. So I thought, you know what, maybe he needs to go outside. Well, I put him outside and then it was really cold. Was not happy, he was pissed. So I brought him in and put him by the window and I have like a bunch of plants along this window over here, which takes up a lot of space, but that's how much I love my plants. One day when we are in our house, I will have a beautiful spot for each and every one of these, but for now we are improvising. But I really love the money tree. I think the money tree is one of the easiest to take care of. So basically, I just he has like a small little thing. I haven't repotted him yet. And they like to be completely dry from what I've noticed before watering them again. So I will just kind of lift him up and see when he's super light and then I'll water him again. So I love, love, love my money tree. Now this plant back here, I have no idea what this is. We've had him he's our oldest child. His name is Phoenix. And I repotted him in this pot here. It doesn't have a drainage hole. So I bought this little like glass watering globe right here, just so I made sure I wasn't overwatering him. But I found with a lot of, actually all of them need dusted, so I will be doing that after this video. It just allows for them to get more light on their leaves and they really like that. But I've noticed with tropical plants, they like their soil to be moist from what I've noticed. So one of you guys actually asked too if we struggle with a little like bugs, like little bugs from the plants, and I haven't actually noticed that. So I'm not sure what causes that, but I haven't noticed that here where I am. But I just wanted to point that out just in case you guys get that. I think it's a plant thing. So if you start getting your plants and you start getting bugs, maybe research and see, you know, why that is. Okay, so down here I have Gilbert. Gilbert is my snake plant and I love him. I actually want to go get a plant that doesn't, like, he has the outlining, like the yellow. I kind of want the like deep green, which actually brings me to my next point with elevating your home. The reason why I think plants really elevate your home is because a lot of designers use plants as finishing touches. So when you go into a professionally designed home, a resort, or you know, any kind of like luxury store, there's always plants. And I think that it really shows a piece of professionalism. Like someone has been in your house, professionally designed your home. They really scale the space. So if you have like a corner that's just like looks like it needs something, a lot of the times you can just put a plant there. And I just think they really add a beautiful touch of elegance, of life, of comfort. It makes it feel more homey. So that is why I really think that plants elevate your home. And it is, you guys, it's so affordable. Especially like with, yeah, you can for sure get up there in price. Like if you buy a big plant or you buy a pot that's more expensive, of course it can be expensive. But if you start with them a little bit smaller, go to Goodwill, get some planters and just paint them, you can keep the cost so low. Okay, the next plant is my Monstera, and he is our golden child. He is so easy to take care of. He's probably the easiest. Every other plant has kind of yelled at me at some point. Like my money tree with putting him outside, wasn't happy. Gilbert, I stopped talking to him because I was like, you know, maybe like Gilbert, he's just like a hardier plant, like I don't need to talk to him. And he got a brown leaf, like he wasn't happy either, so he was pissed. But my Monstera, I'm so obsessed with him. His name is Lincoln, and he is just so beautiful, and I just think he's so luxury. I think Monsteras and Birds of Paradise are probably my top two plants, although I don't have a Birds of Paradise yet. They are the two that just make my heart so happy. I think that they are so luxe and green and luscious and just so high end. I think you could put him anywhere, and he actually survives really, really well in our living room. And our living room is kind of low light. He is right up next to a window, but he is happy there and he is super great. He's huge. And I'll show you guys each these plants like up close so you can see them. My next plant is, I forget what the name of it, but if you just Google elephant ear, that is what this one is. Her name is October, and she can be quite finicky. So I had her outside, and then it started to get extremely hot. She wasn't having it, so I brought her in, and I think she was also getting too much sunlight. Now she's super, super happy, but we did have to kind of go through some leaves, and that was just kind of a bummer. But she is, if you keep her happy, she is stunning, but she will tell you immediately when she's pissed. So the biggest thing that I think with plants and owning plants is just really paying attention to them. Look at them. Do they look droopy? A lot of the times, a lot of plants will be shiny, so you can kind of see like they're healthy, or they'll tell you they'll start getting brown leaves, and I just go on Pinterest and check it out and see what's going on with them. But they will tell you when they're thirsty. I know that this is like such a funny thing, but they really, really will tell you. Okay, so for my people who I haven't convinced, you just aren't having it, you just really think that you're not a plant person, I still think you should add greenery, and if you have to do it by adding faux greenery, fine, I will live with it. So one of my favorite faux greenery is olive branch. And the reason why I love olive branch is because, one, I also think that it's very luxury luxe. You see it a lot in, you know, Restoration Hardwares and all of the luxury stores. And I just think it really brings me back to Italy. When we visited Italy, I really, really love the feeling it gives me. Matter of fact, when I was at Lowe's, I was this close to getting an olive tree, but again, we just are really running out of room here. And I just thought, you know what, I'll just wait until we get into a house and then I'll have my olive trees outside because they're pretty hardy. They're really good. But if I haven't convinced you on the real plants, fine. I have 2 faux olive branches. I will show you guys right here. I just got these off of Amazon. And I just really wanted some olive branch in our house. So I said, I'm just gonna order some, and I am kind of a plant snob. So these ones, now they definitely look fake. However, I still really love them. At one point, I was actually going outside and clipping real olive branches, but it would die really quickly and it would just kind of get crunchy and just break off and get really messy. So I ordered this olive branch off of Amazon. It does look fake, but you know what? I still really love the feeling that it gives. And I think if you just really don't want to babysit your plants, this is a really good option, and it's really, really luxury. And I think the reason why you can kind of get away with olive branch is because it's a lighter tone. So I think, like, even in real life, olive branch, it really is like darker on one side and light on the other side. So I personally think that's one of the reasons why you can get away with it. And I also love the little olives on it. I don't know, I really like it. Okay, so now I want to talk about plant pots. So I personally really love cement pots. I think that they really allow the plants to kind of shine, and the contrast between the gray and the green I think is just so beautiful. But I do have a couple of other pots that I want to share with you guys that are some of my favorites. The first that I'm going to share is this clay pot, and this is by far my favorite pot out of all of these. I love this one because this is vintage, and I think it really, especially with the olive twig in there, it really gives that like European vibe. It just feels really expensive. I really, really, really love it. I will link all of these or similar ones that I can find in the description below, and also the olive twig, just in case you want to go that route. But I really love this vintage clay pot because, like I said, it just, if you guys have watched some of my other videos, I really love the look of a home that's developed over time. So for me, I like to find like those vintage or antique pieces because it just looks well traveled, or that I have inherited it from my grandparents or something. So that's my preference. That's what I like for my home, and I can't get enough of these. I want more. I want to fill my house with these. I love the clay pots. So I do know that the clay pots are a bit of an investment. So if you feel like you're not really into spending that for a clay pot, I have a dupe, and it's a really good one. It's like a vintage dupe. Sorry guys, 1 second. And it is this pot here from CB2. I will link this below, but it is so beautiful. Let me bring it up close and see if I can show you guys. So as you can see, it definitely gives that vintage look, and it's done professionally. So, you know, it doesn't look like too homemade or anything. And I just really think that this is such a beautiful pot, and it's only $20 for this pot. And for a small pot, it's actually rather big. Let me show you the difference. So, $20. And it gives that same look. I mean, of course it's a little different, but it definitely gives the same feeling, same vibe. So I will absolutely be buying more of these. And I think that, again, with the olive twig in there, it's just so yummy. Okay, so the next pot is just a simple modern cement pot. I got this one from Target. Super affordable. I think this one was $20 as well. I have some rocks in here because this one actually my money tree goes in. But I really love the look of a sleek, modern pot. I think it just really, again, lets the plants shine. As you can see, it just really is so beautiful. I don't know what it is about cement pots with plants, but my gosh, they are good. And if you guys didn't see my shop with me, I will link that video like right here, but I'll also put it down in the description. I actually picked up this pot from Home Goods. I think it was $25 or $30, and I just painted it, and I love it. Again, it's so beautiful with the gray and the green. So good. Love that. And you can pick up pots from like the Goodwill store or Home Goods and just paint them to go with your aesthetic and how you want. Think outside of the box. Don't just look at the pot and think that's how it has to be. Look at the bones, look at the shape, look at the detail and the texture, because you can make it your own. The next pot is this pot. I got this one from Home Goods. It's a Pottery Barn dupe. I will link the Pottery Barn version down below in case you really love this pot. But I actually think this pot is like super timeless. It is so heavy, you guys. I gotta put it down. Woo, let's break a sweat. I think that pot is super timeless. The detail is just enough, but I can see that just being around forever. The other few pots, okay, I showed you guys the pot that my plant back here, my Phoenix, is in. That one I can't link. I got that one a few years ago, this one here, and he just isn't available. If I can find a similar one, I will, but unfortunately, I don't think we can find him. So this one back here, I'm gonna put in a little close-up. There's a couple pots that I have that are gonna have to be a close-up because I can't lift them up. But this one back here is from CB2. It's probably my second favorite aside from my clay pot. This pot I love. It's so modern, so beautiful. It's sleek, but I love it. And I think every single plant, it looks so beautiful. I get the most compliments on this pot and my other pot. So I love those. And then the other pot is so heavy. I got this one from Home Goods, and it is so heavy, and I paid $14.99 for this pot, and I was absolutely blown away. So my snake plant lives in this one. I think it really helps make the snake plant look a little bit more delicate. It softens up the snake plant and makes him look, just like I said, more elevated and delicate. I love it. It's one of my favorites. I do think it would look better with a darker, like deeper plant, like a more luscious green. However, I do still really love my snake plant in here, but I do think I'll probably put him in something else. So I really love the shape of these terracotta pots. However, terracotta is not my favorite color. So I did paint this pot. However, I do need to seal the inside. And I was actually gonna put my elephant ear plant in this black pot. However, I gotta wait until we move because she's just getting way too big. I love the look of a black pot with luscious green. I think it's really moody. I think it's really just rich and elegant. So I really love that look, and I can't wait to express that look more in our next home. But I just got a plain terracotta pot from Lowe's, but you can probably find these at the Goodwill store or any type of secondhand store for sure. And then just paint them whatever color you want. I actually do want to get some and paint them a little bit of a lighter stone color as well and see how those go. A lot of you guys have been DMing me on Instagram and sending me links to different things that show how to age these pots. So I'm gonna play around with that and keep you guys updated over on Instagram, starting with this black pot. So that is it, you guys. That is my plant collection. I am a crazy plant lady. I love my plants. Zach has even like just really dealt and learned how to deal with me talking to my plants. At first he was like, girl, you are so weird, but I don't even care. I love them. They are my babies. I don't have children. I don't have pets, so I have plants. And it's funny because a lot of you guys know I prefer not to decorate my house with color. So I always say my plants, the color that's in my house is plants. So they're my babies. I love them. I can't wait to get even more. I have so many ideas for future plants that I want. Like I told you guys, the next plant on my list is my birds of paradise. I can't wait to show you guys how I decorate and where I put these plants in the future. Thank you guys for requesting this video. Please let me know if you have any other requests down in the description or DM me on Instagram. And I will see you guys in a couple days with another video. Bye guys.